Welcome back, my YouTube family. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Let's get right into it with a bench outdoor workout. First things first, we're gonna warm up with 405 for a triple. Now, today I decided to wear some elbow sleeves. I was feeling a little achy, and I think it's because I was coming down with something. Earlier that day, I felt a little sick, and later in the night, I definitely felt it. So I just decided to throw on the elbow sleeves just as like a precaution. Not that I needed them super bad, but sometimes it's just that little extra level of comfort. Then we moved on to a 455 single. I use a little bit heavier than my working sets. So my working sets this workout was 2 sets of 5 at 440. I use a little bit heavier than my working sets in order to kind of help potentiate my nervous system. I'm trying to wake up my nervous system so it's nice and primed, ready to go for my working sets. So in order to do so, I go a little bit heavier than those working sets. So for instance, today I did 455, my working sets at 440. So I feel something, do something I know I'm very confident in. I can hit this any day of the week, but it just helps wake me up. All right, let's get into it. First working set, 440. I'll say this rack is a bit difficult to like unrack on, and the reason is I'm just not used to the J hooks yet. But as I improve my setup positioning and my lift-off positioning, it will get better. Each rep, you must explode. Again, like I've been harping on for all my videos, you need to explode with every single rep you do. The intensity and effort behind every single one needs to be at 100%. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to go to complete failure every single set, but behind each rep needs to be 100%. After that, we moved on to some neck curls, 60 pounds here. Now, you're gonna see the chains on the weights. The chains actually help make sure the weights go, relatively speaking, in a straight line up and down. If I didn't have the chains there, the weights would be moving back and forth a lot, and that would be taken away from the exercise. So if you're ever doing some outdoor work, where you're doing like your homemade pulley system or something like that, you can always put chains down on the weight stack, and it will help move it in an up and down fashion. 18 reps there, 3 sets of 18, working towards a bigger, thicker, better neck. After that, we move on to a dead press, 5 sets of 1. So what does the dead press do? For a guy with longer arms like myself, I get a huge benefit out of the eccentric portion of the movement. Right? I get that elastic energy stored up. Even with the pause on my chest, I still have some of that elastic energy stored up. So we're gonna take that away and just execute the movement with only the concentric portion of the lift. So only the up portion of the lift. This is beneficial, 1, for that starting press strength off the chest. 2, I've used it a lot for my athletes in order if they have a hard time getting the movement pattern down, right? So if you press straight up off the chest, you don't implement the J pattern, this weight is not gonna move anywhere. If you press back and up, the weight will actually move. The other thing too is that this is a great exercise it's a very great exercise if you're coming back from an injury or something like that, so you can choose the appropriate position off your chest. Typically, I would say 2 to 3 inches off the chest or right below your sticking point. That's where you want to implement the dead press. But if you're nervous with those heavier weights coming back from an injury too, I can see the application to, start it with only the concentric portion of the lift, because that is doing only the concentric tends to avoid a lot of potential risk for injury. All right, so I did 5 sets of 1. So you're gonna get 2 different angles, one from the side and one from above here. So when you're preparing for the lift, again, you gotta lock in, deep breaths, brace even for the bench press, focus above. And again, I have this bar about 2-3 inches, well, maybe 3 or 4 inches here. Could probably put it down a little bit lower. After that, I got a pull-ups. I'm doing 5 sets of 13 reps at my body weight of 260, so that's pretty good. The important thing with these pull-ups is to get that full stretch at the bottom there. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you got any questions. If you're interested in taking your strength performance to the next level, please visit my website, tankstrengthcoaching.com, email me, or DM me on Instagram @tankstrength. Looking forward to talking to you all. See you soon.